the Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman, Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Washington Huskies offense has the ball first today. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Washington State Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Woods. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for him.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Lawson. Got enough space. Touchdown, Washington. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Catch and stride inside the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. To the air, it's McMillan. Hauls it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Washington 21, Washington State 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. From the gun, the running back has it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Look out, he's got room. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down in the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Washington State sends out the punt unit.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The short hands, it's Ferguson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Huskies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Trying to find the end zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Washington State, 0.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Here comes the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions.
There he goes. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field.
You know good and well the quarterback wanted to push the ball down the field, wanted to throw for the first down. Couldn't do it because the defense had taken it away. He did the right thing. Didn't turn it over. Dumped it off to his running back. His running back got some positive yards. But guess what? Now it's decision time. It's 4th down.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The lone back's got it. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And he got it, but that thing was spinning and sputtering by the time it found its way into the right corner. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Quarterback adapted. It's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. A run for the quarterback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington wants to go quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Gets the back moving. Quarterback keeper. Turning it on. And they're able to get him on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll send the back in motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be dragged down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Rides it and reads it. The pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before before he stopped.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. This quarterback part of their running game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job between the quarterback and tight end on that play. And in this area of the field, these windows are really small, so you've got to have great timing. QB and tight end showed you right there.
And they tacked on the extra point.
That makes the score. Washington.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Simpson. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Number 14.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the air, it's McMillan. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
48-yard. Here we go. Good enough.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Malone. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Harris. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive.
Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He's in open space downfield. He has the first and still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 8 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Emtman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's purple everywhere.
You're right, from front to back. Guys up front on the defensive line, eating them up, doing a great job in the secondary at linebacker. Complete performance from this UW defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Norris. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros, and get the dub.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot.
Back's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Washington State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough for that today.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. To throw, it's Norris. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is on its way. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Makes the grab. It's Lawson. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Washington.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw, it's Norris. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.